Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. What the fuck is going on, people? How you doing today? Man, hope you're having a glorious day. Hope you're having a great fucking day, man. I am. I woke up this morning. That's to start a very great day to be able to open your eyes, inhale and exhale. Really reflect on life and things you've been in. Tomorrow's my anniversary date. So tomorrow to be not a new beginning, but a new anniversary. I really don't celebrate birthdays like that. To be honest with you, I don't celebrate them because, every one of my birthdays sucked ass tremendously. Every fucking birthday. Like, it never felt. Every time my birthday came around, it sucked ass every time. I don't know, it's like a bad omen or something of mine to have a suck ass birthday every fucking year for the past umpteen fucking years, just suck ass birthdays. I really don't mind, And I think, to be honest with you, I learned something out of having these suck ass birthdays that I had. You know what I mean? I've learned that we invest too much in a date. You know what I mean? Yeah. In 1986, I was born. So, 1986, August 20th, I was born. And every year after that, it's like August 20th. It's like, my own personal holiday. I don't ask anybody to celebrate. I don't ask anybody for much on my birthday at all. You know what I mean? Because it's like when you've been accustomed to, you know what I mean? When I was younger, birthdays was tremendous. You know what I mean? Tremendous thing. But as you get older, the older you get, especially, you know what I mean? If you always have like, you know what I mean, something like going on your birthday that's not birthday activity, you know what I mean? You like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why every time on my birthday some bullshit is going on? You know what I mean? You start looking at birthdays like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Why should I celebrate it? Why should I celebrate my birthday? I wouldn't mind celebrating, you know what I mean, my children's birthday or something like that, my grandparents' birthday, mother, father, things like that. But I'm not big on birthdays. I don't even, I stopped calling them birthdays. I call them just anniversaries. My anniversary date, my born date. And, it's that date, not the day, but, tomorrow will be. So that's that. You get to reflect, meditate on, what you've been through the year, what accomplishments you made, what changes I've made, what changes I've, grown accustomed to. I'm still getting comfortable. I'm still getting comfortable with the changes that I've made in my everyday life. It's a process because now I'm starting anew. You know what I mean? Not only am I starting anew coming into, 2023, I'm starting anew coming into my born date, my anniversary date. And it's a bittersweet thing. You miss a lot of the old things that you do. You know what I mean? You miss a lot of the things that you do. I miss a lot of the things that, I've grown accustomed to. And then after a while, those things go away and you don't have to be accustomed to them no more. You learn to live without them. So we grow, we evolve, your way of thinking, your way of doing things. Hopefully, the way I do things and the way I think, will evolve. It's constantly evolving. I'm not chasing perfection. I'm chasing proficiency because proficiency is ever getting better. So that's what I chase. I came to the realization that You know, in our communities, what we have a lack of, you know, or too much of, I should say, we have too many black people. And I'm going to say that not in a racist way. I'm just saying, I'm tired of people calling themselves fucking black. It's like, anybody who call themselves black, sometimes they don't really inspire people. But when you really call yourself what you are, you seem to inspire people more. I don't like the term black. You know, when our grandparents was younger, if you called them black, they'd want to fight you. If you didn't call them by their name or something, or ask them what they were, and they would tell you exactly their ethnicity, their background, you know, if you could speak to them, if you spoke their language. But we got to stop this shit. It's like, you got to divide. You have indigenous, right? You have indigenous Americans, right? Which is native to this land. And then you have black people, right? African Americans, right? You have African Americans. And out of all these different sets of us, you know what I mean? All these phases, because we were African American, then we became black, then we became, you know what I mean? Then we realized that, you know, a lot of us knew that we were indigenous all along, indigenous Americans. We have to stop labeling ourselves a color, because you're not a color. You're a pigment. You have a pigment. You don't have a color. You're not black. If you keep referring to yourself as black, it's a void. Black is a void, right? Black is void of anything, right? I mean, everything comes from the black, right? Everything comes from, you know, if you really want to throw some, you know, fancy words on this or spin on it, yeah, the universe is dark. But at the same time, as a color is void. When you look at your skin, you're not the color black. You have pigment. You have people. You have tribes that you belong to. You have history. You have culture. You have ethnicity. Okay? You have to call yourself what you are in order for you to really develop. In order for you to think of it like this. If you continue to call yourself black, right? How do you connect with your ancestors? Think about that. If your ancestors didn't want themselves called black, right? How do you connect with them spiritually if you allow or condone somebody calling you black or calling yourself black? You can play around with it in the media, you know what I mean? You can play around with it because, you know, that's what people understand. But the longer you play around with it, the longer it sticks in your subconscious. And the longer you really believe that you're something that you're not. So when you go around the world and you meet other ethnicities and you go to other places, to other countries and wherever, right? And they ask you what you are, what's your ethnicity, and you tell them you're black. Do you know you appear ignorant to them? Do you know you appear ignorant to the person that you're talking to when they ask you what's your ethnicity and you tell them you're black? That's, I mean, to a lot of people, that's an automatic sign of ignorance because you're not in fact black. You know, I mean, if you understand, you understand. You know, and that's just where I'm at with it. We have to really call a spade a spade. We have to call ourselves what we are. If you don't call yourself what you are, then you let a person or people or a system or organization or entity call you whatever they choose to call you. You can't let nobody call you whatever they want to call you. You can't let yourself call you whatever you want to call you. Your ancestors don't respect that. If you have to find out what you are. Find out what's in your blood. Find out what's in your heritage. This way you can let your kids know. And they can let their kids know. And they can be proud of who they are. See, that's a lot of what's going on nowadays is because we're not proud of who we are. You know, we got a lot of mental illness out here in these streets. And a lot of that is because people are lost and people really don't know who they are because they got caught up in a system, in a mind frame, in a wave. They got caught in the mist. Seriously. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot to this mental thing. You know, the words have power. When the things you allow a person to do have power. The things we allow people to do in our life has power. We give people power. I've given people power in my life. I'm trying to take back power in my life. I want to take back control of my life. I want to have the ultimate control over my life. This is why I venture into being an entrepreneur. This is why I'm venturing into doing different things, publishing and doing music. I'm A&R myself. You know, a lot of people don't actually want to put in the work to doing something. You know what I mean? To cultivating anything. A lot of people look and judge while you build your brand, your legacy, while you produce whatever it is you're producing. People just look and judge instead of producing themselves. We have a bunch of critics. You know, everybody's being amused. Who's mused? Who's going to be mused to really make anything? You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who's ever supported me, who's showed a like, a follow, a good comment, a friendly message, if you will. You know, I appreciate that. You know, because that's the kind of support, even if, you know what I mean, a stream will do. Couple streams, drop a few streams on me, huh? Why don't you? Shit, man, that's what we all doing it for. You know, to be honest with you, I don't ask much of anybody. You know, to be honest with you, I don't have many anybody's in my life right now because I'm focused on what I got to do. And to be honest with you, you know, my mind frame is one track. I have a goal. You know, I have a goal that I have in mind, and it's not a selfish goal. Seriously, I want to bring about awareness, peace. And when I say awareness, not awareness to anything else but you. Awareness of you, by you, for you. FUBU. Seriously. You know, we have to have awareness for us and by us. FUBU. We have to have awareness for us and by us, man. We have to. Because nobody's going to be aware of you but you. You have to be aware of yourself. You have to be aware of your surroundings. And that's what I want. I want peaceful, awareness giving, awareness building, you know, vibrant music, you know. I want books that educate, cultivate, you know. I want to spark minds and things like that, you know. It's easier when I put a song out there to reach the masses than I could one by one talking to people individually. You know, right now it's like, okay, you could either choose to be an Indian or a chief, right? But we have to realize that a lot of times in life, you have to be an Indian before you become a chief. Not only do you have to be an Indian, you got to be an Indian up under a chief. Because a chief is going to teach an Indian to be a chief. If that Indian pays attention to the chief, right? The Indians have to help the chief. The Indians can't hate on the chief Indian, right? Because if the Indians hate on the chief Indian, won't nothing get accomplished. We have too many chiefs and not enough Indians nowadays. I'm in a position where I gotta be my chief and my Indian. I am my chief and I'm my Indian. I'm Indians for other. I'm others Indian as well. But I'm mainly an Indian for me and my, the people I love. The shit I stand on, the line the line I hold. It's not a bad line. Everything that I'm trying to do is manifesting positivity, motivating, positive vibes. That's all my music is about. All my music is about is uplifting. Uplifting and cultivating. I even reach back. I talk about things that many people don't talk about. I talk about Minister Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Talk about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, you know what I mean? And I try to keep it positive. I throw some slow stuff in there for the ladies too. You know what I mean? I'm venturing out into all genres of music. That's what it's about. Trying my hand at it all. I actually printed out the first copies of my book, Nature's Features. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the title. I do need help on the printing phase because I printed it out wrong, and I actually printed out like pages instead of like a book form. So I gotta work on getting that done. I gotta talk and see actually how I'm gonna get it done and everything. What printing place I'm gonna use to actually get it printed out and everything. So yeah, might do it in-house if I have the resources to. But yeah, man, this thing is rough. It's rough, and it's to be honest with you, it's as hard as you make it. It's as hard as you make it, to be honest with you. You got a lot of others in your life. Well, I know I've had a lot of others in my life that made it rougher for me. That made it a lot rougher for me in my own personal life. And it's hard to really shake that shit. It's hard to shake that shit, especially when you tied to people that you love. Tied to these people that I love. Like, how the fuck could I let go of these people? You know what I mean? To really, you have to let go. The only way you can really achieve anything is by letting go, but still loving. Still, you know what I mean? Caring in your own thought, in your own mind. Don't ever be on no hater shit or no, don't do that. Still have that peace, that positivity, and that love in your heart, and in your body, and your soul, in your mind, Because when you get back up with them people, it's still love. But you got to realize that you have a job to do. You have a dream to follow. You just telling them people that you love about your dreams and everything ain't gonna get you there. You gotta actually do that shit. Like, you gotta actually be like, damn, all right, I'm gonna get this shit done. You got people that's gonna bullshit you. You got people that's not gonna really, you know what I mean? Like, they gonna hear you, and it's just gonna be entertaining to them just to hear you say what you wanna do. Honestly, that should be crazy. It entertains people for you to tell them what you want to do with yourself. Now remember, the thought has power, the mind has power, right? So if you tell them this shit, you don't know if they hating on you behind your back. You don't know if they backbiting you, talking about you crazy behind your back, right? That negativity that they having in their mind and their spirit about you could negatively impact what you're trying to do. That's why they say if you're trying to achieve something or you're trying to do something, you don't tell nobody. That's why they say that shit. I'm just understanding that. You better off just going for it. You better off just doing it. Because if you don't, then it's never going to get done. All right. Another thing a wise person told me is our thoughts is a pool. Our thoughts is a pool. It's like the thoughts that we have, the energy we put out there, it's a pool, right? Even the creative thoughts and everything that we have, the ideas that we never come out with. All of that stuff is a pool. So if you don't come out with it, somebody else is going to come out with it. If you had the idea, look it up and see if it's out there already. And if it's out there already, see if you can make that shit better. Or if it's not out there, create that shit. You know what I mean? I had a great invention about the catheter bag. You know, the shit bags that people got to wear and everything. You know? And it's like, people be having them things overflow and all types of shit, right? People be having them shit bags overflowing on them and all types of shit. What was me moments with Dookie and feces and piss all over themselves, right? You don't got to worry about that no more with the catheter bag, with the Bluetooth catheter bag. See? The Bluetooth catheter bag attached to your phone or your smart device that alerts you when it's time to empty it. So that way you don't even have to worry about ever overflowing on your catheter bag. Because you know there's a lot of older people that need them, people that had bad accidents, people that got health conditions, people that got shot and shit like that, stabbed or whatever, you know, God forbid. But, you know, for the people that need catheter bags, a Bluetooth catheter bag would make sense. Where they could just dispose of it or empty it, however, you know what I mean? I would put a tube on mine, because a lot of times you got to take them things off. See, mine would be made with, have a tube on there so you could drain it, clean it out, and all of that type of stuff. And then just bloop, no mess, no fuss. It'll be just like you took one big ass dump. You took like a number 2 and a number 1. You took a number 3. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Bluetooth catheter bag. Look for it. I'm telling you, that's an invention. That's a free one for y'all. I put that out there. Another invention I came out with, the cell phone fly swatter. Yeah, it's a case. It's a cell phone case, but it got a fly swatter attached to it. So while you're on the phone, if a fly fucking with you, you just hold on, and smack the shit out the fly. See what I mean? See, people don't think about that. I mean, because some of these flies be evasive. They'll land right on your fucking hand and ask you what you eating. You know what I mean? You can be sitting there smoking. Hey, man, let me smoke with you, man. Fuck you smoking on, man. Ain't gonna let me get that shotgun, man. Flies be evasive, especially ones that feel like family, because they've been flying around your house so fucking long. Calling you, cuz, hey, what's going on, cuz? Landing on your shoulder and shit, whispering in your ear, yo, man, play 814 on the lottery tomorrow. Get the fuck out my ear. You know what I mean? That's how that should be, man. No, but for real, man. It's just so many things that we could be doing out here. So many inventions, so many things that we create, so many things that we come up with in our mind, in our spare time that we don't. You know what I mean? Because we're preoccupied with too many other things that really doesn't matter or doesn't even pertain to anything at all in any type of way. It doesn't. I mean, merely is just, you know, bullshit. And we allow all the distractions into our own life. We allow the distractions. We allow the bullshit. We yearn the bullshit. If we stop searching for the bullshit, and sometimes the bullshit is a good thing, don't get me wrong, it's a good distraction. But if we stop searching for the bullshit, the more we can actually live a harmonious life. You know, a life of substance, a life of means and matter, a life of achieving and a life of greatness, but that takes time to get there. Any grown man you talk to will always tell you that they always reached a point in their life where they lost everything. You know what I mean? And it's because most of us accumulate things that can be taken away by anyone, by the government, by a woman scorned in your life, by a person that don't like you at work, by a person that just want to rob you in the streets, by, the material things, these things can be taken. People plot on us. The only thing, I learned this when I was a child from my mother and my grandmother, the only thing that a person can't take from you is your intellectual property, is what's in your mind, what's in your head. And the only way they could take that from you is if they drug you or try to, get you high in some type of way so you can lose your mind or, lose your focus or won't be able to accomplish anything because you're, fucked up on drugs. A lot of times that's people will try to get you strung out on drugs if they, telling you, it's a cruel fucking thing, man. It's a cruel thing going on out here. That's why you can't get wrapped up with anything. You gotta don't get so wrapped up with the amusement. You have to be mused to do more. Fuck the women. You know what I mean? No, not like that. I love the women, but you can't chase all women. All women ain't good women to have. Fuck the women when you're trying to get shit done. The women will come. The more you accomplish, the more you do, the women will come. They'll come. Fuck the women for right now. Fuck a lot of things. Fuck the money, fuck whatever you chasing. The main focus is fuck the materialism. Fuck the cars, fuck the clothes, fuck the jewelry, fuck all of it. Seriously. Fuck it all. Fuck the finance. Fuck the romance. Fuck it all, man. Seriously. When you say fuck it all and you start to create from a place of just being, just saying what's on your heart, what's on your soul, what's on your mind. When you start letting it flow, when it start being original to you, that's when it becomes something great. That's when it becomes something more than just you doing something that you never done before. That's when it becomes something monumental. Something that's higher than you. Because everything we put out there, the thoughts, the feelings, even the breath we take, is all connected. And it all manifests and it all inspires and it's all keeping things moving. We all make this world go round and we all have something to say and everybody needs somebody sometime. And that's why the music is there, to let your words reverberate throughout time and space and travel distances that you probably never traveled in your life. That's why the books are there, to help you expand your mind past the confines of where you at. Actually, audio and digital is the new book. It's all about the upload and the download. Really, we don't even need hard copies and stuff like this unless, of course, systems would crash and things like that. And even then you have things downloaded. You have things on memory chips. There's always going to be a computer screen somewhere and, something to plug a memory chip in. And it's the digital age. So live in it and enjoy it, man. Fuck it, we do. To be honest with you, I'm happy about it. I don't have to worry about, actually printing out CDs and all that. As far as books, I don't really have to print out books at all. I can just put them on the Amazon Kindle bookstore, the Apple bookstore, and the Google bookstore, and just let people purchase them from there. But we do have a storefront that I do want to put my books in. And if anybody else is interested, I'll get copies printed up and things like that. But in this digital era, everything is like, moving toward being fully autonomous. For me, things aren't fully autonomous. I'm doing it all myself. I'm A&Ring myself and everything. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting it done myself. Instead of counting on anybody else. I have to look into, that's why I wanted to do that. I wanted to look into actually publishing my books on the Apple store and the Google store. I already have titles on Amazon Kindle store. So, yeah. And on that note, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. After a brief word from the sponsors, that's the end. So I'm gonna say peace, blessings, and safe travels to all of you. Love you all. Thank you for listening. This is Mr. Pagan, God Concept. Hey, real quick, guys. This is Mr. Pagan here. Just want to let y'all know that I have books available on Amazon Kindle, bookstores on your phones. I got 2 great titles available and a third one coming soon. My philosophy is, if you got a smartphone or a smart device, you already got my book in your hands. It's free for download if you got Kindle Unlimited, and it's $5 otherwise. For One Leap of Faith is $5, and for my book Morals and Values is $5.25. Both of them are packed with insightful information on morals and values, and One Leap of Faith is to push you to get on your grind for your goals. You know what I mean? 2 powerful books. I got a thriller coming up called Moonlit Marshes with a character. The protagonist is Marshall Cuts, and he's trying to he's trying to find his way out of Louisiana without getting himself hurt or killed or something. It's a great suspenseful book. Please check it out. It's going to be on Amazon Kindle store. Remember, both these books are available for free. One Leap of Faith and Morals and Value. If you got Kindle Unlimited, they're available for free. And also, don't forget to check out my game stream on YouTube, Gaming, Vaping, Guns. And on Twitch, I'm GVG215. All right? And also, my music streams on all streaming platforms. Whether you got Apple, it's there. Whether you got Tidal, guess what? It's there. You listen on Spotify? Yeah, I'm on Spotify. This podcast is actually on Spotify, also the music. So yeah, we well-rounded. Everything that I'm doing is complementing each other. So please, support the movement, support my brand, support the positive energy that I'm putting out there. And you guys, be blessed. May peace be with you.